Now we're talking about the informal sector. Some of the informal sector that we're trying to get in may not be as digitalized as what we wanted, but obviously they know how to pay basic money to specific account, and the banks are still designated, institutions that are everywhere where they can do the payment into. Because when it becomes more complicated, somehow some of them are still a bit behind in terms of getting into the technological space, which of course we are improving every single time. But at least the banks are everywhere. They transact at the bank, and they can always make those payments alongside with dedicated receipt to show that these have been paid as well too. So if that is being done, and the government on their own part, which is the regulator as well to get to really see how they can sift out those that are really working against the interest of the organizations or becoming violent. Because I don't see why you should even be violent about you collecting tax in the first instance. And it could be
for me, we should even reduce the human face.
Exactly.
When it comes to tax collection and remittance, there should be technology enough to help you get into.
Remember, we're talking about the informal sectors. Now we're trying to drive, which of course I think majority of the money we're trying to get in should come in because we're trying to spread the tax net. So we may still, to an extent, still have to interface with these individuals for the purpose of advocacy, sensitization, and explaining.
But the informal sector to now have phones that you can do transfer.
That's what I'm saying.
And you can show them that this is
to the dedicated account.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. So invariably they have a way of doing that to dedicated account. However, we still need to have that interface. Remember from what you said earlier, there's a need for sensitization of the informal sectors. That's why we still need to have proper trained staff of this agency that can now begin to sensitize the informal sectors on why they need to pay X, Y, Z based on the things that they needed to do. And then they give them a dedicated account and ensure that only one person's or only specific individuals are the face that they can always transact with every single time. So I think with that we can cover some of these things.
Thank you.